Hey guys, so tonight we're going to be playing some more of the Crew Motorfest. It's Monday night, and it's quite late. It's almost like 6 a.m., which I try not to stream this late anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty tired today. I actually kind of just woke up from like a nap, I guess. Kind of like I half accidentally, half on purpose fell asleep a few hours ago. Just woke up now, basically, and I did want to get this stream out tonight um, before going back to bed or anything. So we're doing Motorfest, and then I'll probably go back to sleep after this. I also I didn't stream last night, so I definitely wanted to stream tonight. Um, Mainly just because I actually enjoyed streaming this game quite a bit. Playing this game like once a week, I never get like bored or anything with it. Just because they have new stuff going on every week. And this is like the only racing game that I'm currently playing. I'm still very much into cars and stuff. It's just lately I haven't been that into them. I'm not really sure how to word it. I used to always be doing like research about cars and stuff. Just lately I haven't really been doing that, but I still like playing Motorfest weekly and seeing all the new stuff that's going on in game. And yeah, so we're doing more of that tonight. I'm gonna pull up the stream here on my phone. And like I said last night, I decided to take a break. It would have been Elden Ring, but I should be streaming Elden Ring in 2 nights anyways on Wednesday because I usually do that game twice a week. So last night I just took a break from streaming. Same thing as today, I guess. Just tired. Been quite tired lately. Anyways, we got a whole new month in this game, which I'll talk about in a sec once I get this opened up here. My phone is charged enough already, I don't need to go plug it in or anything, so I can just keep this here shut open. I also have some iced tea. I'm super thirsty, so I kind of started chugging this before I started the stream, and I'm already like halfway done it. It's a new bottle of iced tea. Okay, so let's take a look at what is going on here, because I haven't read all this yet. I already saw the opening cutscene stuff for the new month. Which most of the time I don't see that on stream anyways, because I usually watch it first and then figure out what the name of the week actually is, so I can title the stream properly. So I think it was last stream I did, they had like two different names for the same week. It was like they couldn't decide whether it was Rally Beast or Rally Beasts. So hopefully they decided on, everybody working on this game decided on that this week is Apex opening. That's what the logo says. Anyways, so this is a new month. It's a new main stage. 5 weeks. Usually main stages are 4 weeks, but 4 weeks is technically a little less than 1 month. So sometimes we end up with 5. So this is a 5-week month. It says, beat the arena. Yuki Tsunoda has given you a glimpse of what's to come this month. You're part of Red Bull's team. That means you must prove that your skills are above all others. It's the sole condition for taking part in events as technical as these. Do you have what it takes? Don't be modest. We're sure you do. Get enough XP and you'll be able to earn fantastic rewards. I mean, look at this beauty. Porsche 935 2.0 Coupe Baby Old Timer Edition. Okay, it's a very, very long title. So I don't know much about this Porsche specifically. I know the 935 is an older one. I think like 80s. and that's its own model. It's not like a 911. It's the 935. So I'm guessing the specific model would be the 935 2.0 coupe. There would have been probably a specific one in real life that was nicknamed Baby. That's why they would have that in quotations. So that means somebody had a specific 935 2.0 coupe that they named Baby. And then this game has gone and taken that car and done an even more special edition on it called the Old Timer Edition. That's usually how that works. So in real life, this specific, Old Timer Edition probably doesn't even exist, but in this game, it's the reward um, specifically for the main stage. So you get to Tier 3 in the Legend Pass, and then you get this car for free. So, like, thousands of people are going to get this, but, in real life, this would be a really rare sort of thing. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hopefully we can earn that car this month, especially with 5 weeks. I think we definitely should. Pretty sure it was last month. I only streamed for 3 of the weeks during the main stage, but I still earned the vehicle, which I think was a bike. Pretty sure it was a bike that we got last week. So yeah, let's hop in here to Apex opening and see what's happening. I'm interested at the other new stuff we got going on. I'll just open up the main menu here. Okay, so there's a new bundle for Apex opening. This isn't that expensive. It's only 800,000. I might own one of those cars already, and that's probably why. Yeah, okay. So this is the Red Bull RB13, which I already own. This is the oldest, I think, just straight up like Red Bull F1 car, like their own car. I think the RB13 was the first one. There's also an RB14 and then an RB18, which the RB18 I think is the one that I usually use. But this RB13 I think was like my first F1 car in the Crew 2. And then that carried over to this game. We also have this Red Bull RB14 Disruption Edition. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if I have a normal RB14. The Disruption Edition would be like a fake special edition probably that Ivory Tower has done for the Crew games. So you'd basically be paying 800,000 just for this car if you already own the other one. Which I guess the other one is a lot cheaper because it goes from $1 million to 800K. And I need to make sure that I'm actually saving money if I do buy this. Probably not going to, but it depends. If it looks like the summit's pretty good this week, then I might decide to buy this. 800K for an F1 car isn't too bad, It's not that bad, and this one's kind of cool too. So I want to figure out how much this car normally costs. I know in real life these things are like multiple, like tens of millions. In this game, probably like $1 million. This RB13 was cheaper, I think, because I think I remember just buying this. Because this was my first F1 car in the Crew 2, like I said. We'll find out. Let's go to the catalog. Okay, yeah. So to buy this car, just flat out would be $1 million. So what they do for bundles is whether it's 2 or 3 cars, they will take the combined price of the vehicles and then reduce it by 20%, and that's the price of the bundle. So even though I already own the other car, that price has just been redacted. So this 1,001,000, that's now the price of the bundle, and then they still give you the 20% off, even though I'm just getting one car with it. So I might buy the bundle. We'll see. It's not that bad. I have like 3 million right now, so might buy that. Anyways, I also wanted to look at legend points. So it was telling me that I had like over 20 of them now. Because for each, I think it's for each level you get in the legend pass or whatever, you get a legend point. Not sure exactly how it works. But I got a bunch more of them, so I'm like level 131 now in this game. Uh, which is quite high. It seems like um, every level in this game is equivalent to like 10 levels in the Crew 2. Because in Crew 2 I went well over level 1000, like Icon 1000 or whatever. So in that game I was like level 1000, in this game I'm like level 100, you know, that's kind of the difference. Okay, so yeah, I want to spend legend points. I have 22 of these. So a lot of the good stuff I've already upgraded, but I found there's a few other kind of upgrades here. These are all just like really small, like passive upgrades usually. But they can improve certain things in the game. Some of these seem to matter more than others. Like this one here took 20 points for Legend. Increase XP gains by 20%. So yeah, I was able to increase my money and XP gain by 20%, and I'm pretty sure I upgraded these very early on. Goldfinger I haven't upgraded at all. This is loot drop, which you usually get more than enough loot in this game. The only thing is actually making sure you get better loot, higher quality or higher, you know, ratings. As for more loot in general, I probably still don't need to upgrade that right now. Lucky was loot quality, so that's maxed out. That was 40 points, it's up by 80%. Pure, extra pump. Ventilated, this is nitro refills during jump. Okay, not bad. But that's only 0.25% per point. Still, 20 points in that is, what would that be? 5%? I don't know. Yeah. It's a little bit. Air nitro power. Resourceful. That's while braking specifically. Okay, it looks like the last thing that I was upgrading was drifty. Nitro refills while drifting. Which is pretty good. So I could keep putting points in that. 21 more points in that and it'll be maxed. Tricky. Performing figures. How often am I performing figures, right? Treasure hunt. Collector. Treasure frequency apparition. I'm not even really sure how treasures work in this game. I think I've only found a few of them. None of these have been upgraded. I can't read all the categories there because my face cam's kind of in the way. The last one's called gameplay. This one is like, I don't know, there's a lot less things here, but these are all 40 points. Collision impact force. Slipstream power. Slipstream distance. Speed while ahead of a vehicle. Detection of the drag bump. Lean bonus for bikes. Speed and water for ground vehicles. So all this stuff seems really obscure. It's almost like they want you to upgrade all of these ones on the first page first before you move on to these. Because these aren't as good as some of the other ones. Like more nitro power and stuff. Like you use nitro in every vehicle in the game, but driving specifically in water with a ground vehicle, that's so specific, like it almost never happens. It does happen. There are some off-road races in this game where it forces you to drive in water. I probably did some last week or whatever, but yeah, that's so obscure. And then gameplay, it looks like I haven't upgraded any of these except for the last one, Clean Driver. Decrease bucks lost by 20% with clean driving modifier. Okay, that was probably a good thing to upgrade because the clean driving modifier does come up a lot for main stages and stuff, for summits. So this probably helped me earn a little bit more money, not that much. Iron grip. So this is all specific like modifiers or events. Gear shifting boost effect in drag race. I actually kind of wish there was more drag events in this game. You almost never see them for summit contests and stuff. Drag racing is pretty fun in this game. You don't do it that often at all. So this is specifically for drag racing. Gateway. Perfectionist. Skilled. Increase scoring by blank percent in all point-based feats. That's kind of a good one. You can get this would help you for summit contests, right? You would literally just get more points for feats. Which feats can get you as many points, if not sometimes more, than the actual like races or events if you just do them really well. Feats are just like something really quick you do, like usually like 1 minute or less, and you score up a bunch of points, and these can help with the summit contest. Now this is only 0.25%, but there's 40 points here, so if you put all 40 into this, that would be like 10%. 10% bonus. Extreme. Slippery. Hothead. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is for like drifting or planes or like off-road stuff. Okay. Interesting. So these ones in the middle, I think it says vehicle. I don't think we're really gonna touch these for a while. For gameplay, there's a few of these. Specifically skilled could be a good one for the feats. But I do want to upgrade more stuff on this first page because this has the best stuff in general, I think. So let's keep upgrading this. I'll put 21 more points into it, into Drifty. Nitro refills by, it should be 10% while drifting. So that means while I'm drifting now, my nitro refills 10%, which that's pretty good. So just put all the points into it. There we go. Okay. Nitro refills by 10% while drifting. I already have the frenetic maxed out. Nitro power increases by 4% per second while in use. Okay. So we've got 1 point left right now, which I'll have more at the end of the month. But we got 1 point left. So I think one of the ones that I was looking at, what was the one that I was looking at? That I was thinking about before I realized we hadn't finished Drifty. Resourceful maybe? Or ventilated. Nitro refills during jump. Overall, you're braking a lot more often than you're doing jumps, right? But I wonder if this is that 0.25% per point that you get. That actually ends up being a lot more on a jump, right? Because normally when you're braking, like you're not making any nitro. It would just be your normal, like slow, regeneration of nitrous. But when you're jumping, I think you specifically gain more, right? I'm not really sure. Should I go for ventilated or resourceful? Maybe resourceful, but I feel like braking is pretty similar to drifting, right? You have to brake to go into a drift usually, so... I mean, if anything, it's just kind of like double stacking that now when I drift. But let's go for ventilated first. I can get my nitro to refill a little bit during jumps. Which we do have jumps in most ground races. They come up a lot. At least for summit contest. Okay, let's upgrade ventilated. There we go. That's all my points. Alright, so we're out of legend points now, but we'll have more obviously at the end of the month. It's not something that I do that often. It's kind of more of a side thing in this game. Just something that you kind of just upgrades that really apply to like a bunch of stuff in the game, but by very small percentages, and you just kind of make those points very slowly as you level up. That's fine. Okay. So now we're looking at the activities page. They're advertising this custom bundle with this creator's Yazid Design X American Petrol. Looks pretty cool. I like the look of this thing. But you need 150,000 CC for this, crew credits. Which normally you have to pay real money for CC. Now I'm pretty sure I was looking lately, or at some point not that long ago, and I think I saw through Ubisoft Connect I can get a lot of CC either for free or by like getting it with Ubisoft Connect coins or whatever. I'm not sure how much CC I can get. I don't think it's that much. I think it's like maybe 20k, but if I can somehow get like 150 from Ubisoft Connect, that would be a cool bundle to buy. Anyways, they've got patch notes and stuff here for the new month. Okay, let's look at the main stage this week, specifically being Apex opening. Okay, so here's the revisit timeline. Here's our compete timeline. Looks kind of cool, the aviator jacket, Apex pilot for level 4 there. Of course we got more legend points, money, XP boost, exploration. I almost never get levels for exploration anymore, even though there's still a lot of exploration stuff I haven't done in this game. It's just not something I really focus on anymore, but they give you decent rewards for this. That's the headgear at level 4 that matches the jacket. Plus there's a free bike for level 3, it's a BMW bike. S1000RR Racing Motorbike Edition. Here's our challenges. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to buy the Apex opening bundle, but we should get this one. I think this comes up every week now, just register a vehicle in the custom show. That's a bunch of XP and money every week, which is awesome. Here's our Legend Pass. So we'll earn XP for this after the compete timeline, which is the one that I always fill usually. And they've changed the order of these a little bit. Yeah, this is a bit different. Is level 50 now the max? It used to always be, I think, an XP gain for level 1, and then level 2 would have a unique reward. Perhaps like that rare Apex Racing kit, which is like an audio signature or something. Level 3 has always been the exclusive car. But then level 4 is the uncommon title. Level 20 would be the rare title. Level 50 would be the epic title. And level 100 would be the legendary title. Now they actually have the uncommon title before the car in level 2. And level 4 is the rare title. So I might actually get my first rare title in this game, because I'm pretty sure I still don't have one. But now, since you only need to be level 4, not level 20, that's way easier to do. And then at level 10, they have that audio signature. Level 20 is the epic, level 50 is legendary. So it's almost like they cut the timeline in half, but I always felt like it would seem ridiculously absurd to get to level 100 anyways. Like we're talking like maybe like, I don't know, like the top like 1% of people in this game would actually get the legendary title. Okay, well, they've changed this a little bit, but overall, the car is still level 3. That's what matters. That's what matters. As long as you're playing this every week, you should be at least able to unlock that free car at the end of the month. Alright, so cool stuff going on with the main stage. Let's go ahead and look at the custom show, see what the theme is for Apex opening. Obviously this whole month, or this whole main stage is still Red Bull themed, which I think is the theme for like the whole season or something currently in this game. It's all about Red Bull stuff. All Red Bull. Someone else liked my my Porsche last week. Still only bronze though. I guess you need, I think you usually need at least 3 likes to get into silver. Yeah, I'm in the top 40K. Just getting 2 likes is enough to put you above like over half the people, I think, but because most people just don't get any likes. But yeah, why aren't I silver if I'm in the top 40K? Did the rankings work differently for this? I think they do. Maybe it's top 20K for silver. In the normal summit contest, top 40K puts you into silver. Because yeah, I could have got some money as well. I mean, the XP is probably better, but whatever. Okay, so we got XP there for bronze. So these are all the upcoming weeks just for the custom show rewards. So this week the platinum reward is the checkered nitro. It's interesting. Legend points for gold. They've got a body kit for the BMW Z4 in silver. And just a bunch more XP for bronze. Usually XP is the best thing to get. Usually just XP or money. Okay, I only have 2 cars that fit the theme. British Alpha GP vehicles. Okay, so technically Red Bull is a British brand. We've got the RB18 and the RB13. I guess we'll do the RB18. I probably actually have a little bit of customization on it. I have like the underglow. Has the color and visual part and stuff for this always been locked? I guess the vanity has always been the only option for this car. So yeah, I'll probably keep those tires, because they're pretty cool. Anything that's like not an F1 tire just looks kinda weird, you know? Yeah, most of these look pretty strange. I mean, these look kinda cool, like they totally match the color scheme, but you know, they're not like F1 tires. Those are kinda cool too. Same with these. These look more like F1 tires, actually. Or these look like F1 tires. Didn't I actually used to have those on this? Or maybe it was a different F1 car that I put those tires on. Because they do go with it well. So yeah, these are the normal ones, which just kind of have the red on the tires. I think those other ones actually look better. The ones that have like the cover on half of them. Yeah, I can't see what they're called because my camera is always kind of inconveniently placed for this game, but that's usually the best spot for it. But yeah, these tires are better, I think. They do look like F1 tires, so they look pretty much the same as the other one. And instead of having red tire lettering, they have yellow and white. But then they have the red cover, which this goes even better with the color scheme of this car because this car is black, yellow, and red. So this ties into it even better. Let's go with those tires. Smokes. I don't know if I have any smokes that would match that well. We could do like the yellow tire streaks or whatever. Actually, yeah, technically they have that as a smoke, but we could do that on this car. I mean, I use this thing all the time, right? We should definitely have some customization on here, some vanity stuff. Do you have the explosive backfire nitro? probably the best option there. And then I have the Dominion Underglow, which looks cool with it, but technically Red Bull and Forsberg Racing would be competitors, right? So, well, Forsberg doesn't really do F1 cars, so maybe not, but I don't know if Forsberg and Red Bull have ever worked together or anything, so it is a bit strange. Could do like something like that, but I don't know. Could also do those. Those are kind of cool too. They look kind of racy and they're subtle. Something like that's cool too. Also, like those are pretty sick. Let's go with the white checkers actually. I think I'll do that. I've had the Dominion on this for a while, and Dominion doesn't really go with Red Bull. You know, if it said Red Bull on the Underglow, then that would be a lot cooler. But yeah, let's go with these ones. This is just the white checkers, and sometimes it kind of flashes red, which is fine because this car's got red on it. Okay, got the checkers on there. So yeah, we've got some cool vanity stuff on this car now. Audio signature. Is there a way to like listen to this? Overview. How do I listen to the audio signature and see what it actually sounds like? I don't know if I want to equip that because I don't think I can actually. There's no way to test that and actually listen to the difference. I don't know. Most cars in this game, I feel like I want them to sound like what they're supposed to sound like, you know? So audio signatures, like it depends, like what that sound is. This F1 car probably has a Honda V6. I'm pretty sure that's what I've been told the Red Bull F1 cars have. I mean, this could sound like anything. If it's like a V8 or a V12, it'll probably make this thing sound even better. But you know, F1, like a Honda V6 and an F1 is not the same as a Honda V6 and a Honda, you know? It's, the engine's been through a lot of work. It sounds a lot different. But yeah, if that audio signature sounds like a 4-cylinder, then that would just be making it sound worse. So I don't know. Okay. Good customization there. Most of it's vanity, so you can't really, well, all of it's vanity, so most of it you can't even really see, but let's just put it in the custom show. Just go ahead and register. Yeah, it's really refreshing to see that they've fully fixed those challenges, so I'm always getting my rewards now like that as soon as I do it. That's how it should always be. It should have never had that thing that was going on a few months ago, where I wasn't getting my rewards. That was total crap. So it's nice to see now that it's working nicely. Okay, that's it for the custom show. Give myself the vote there, make sure we get bronze at least. And it looks like I've already reached level 2 for the compete timeline just off of that challenge. 5 legend points, 100,000 bucks. Very nice. Since we were just looking at legend points a minute ago, we can go back because I already know what to upgrade. We'll go put 5 more points into ventilated. There we go. Now my nitro refills by 1.5% per jump. Cool. Okay, so that's good. Custom show is done. Let's get the rewards for last week's summit, and then we're going to be looking at the new timeline for the month, which they slowly show you as the month goes on, which rewards and stuff are available each week. But obviously we'll see everything for this week. And we'll see if I maybe want to buy that F1 car in the bundle or not. If it's only used for like one event, probably not, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Apex opening. Okay, it usually makes me go into this to get my rewards from last week. modifier pro racing experience in this summit contest. Everyone competes with cockpit view and no nitro, no minimap, no speedometer. Damn. Okay, this isn't normally a setting that I would that I would have on. This is like the full cinematic experience. I'm fine with it because, you know, specifically it states that everyone competes with this. So this is for everybody. It's all equality with the summit contests, as it should be, because everyone's competing for points in the same competition. So cockpit view means first person, which I find it a lot harder to drive in games in first person than third person. No nitro, just effectively changes how fast you can go because you can't use nitrous at all. No minimap and no speedometer. I mean, those are kind of important too. They're not super important, but I often look at the minimap to see when turns are coming up and stuff. So now it's like you're not gonna know unless we're doing a bunch of laps, and then you kind of remember. No speedometer. Speedometer's kind of more just there for fun, but you know, I kind of like to see how fast I'm going. So that's crazy. This is like full, like no hood basically, no UI, just straight up realism racing or whatever. Put on your pilot suit, prove yourself on the tracks. Okay, pro racing modifier. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel if like the whole month is going to be like this, but I'm okay with it for this week at least. We'll give it a shot. And yeah, there's only 2 races that I can't do, so I probably won't buy that RB14 Disruption Edition. It's one race and 1 feat. So I'm probably not gonna bother getting it. It's kind of cool, and 800k isn't terrible, but I don't really need it outside of this, so yeah, that's fine. We'll just do the other 5 races and then the 2 feats here. So now I want to go back out. Yeah, it always does this. It's like a bit of a glitch. So you just go back out and then you get your rewards from last week, which was Rally Beast. Got bronze. Let's see what we have here. 200,000 XP. It's a lot. Okay, that's probably already put me to like level 3 now for this week's or this month's main stage. Yeah, it did. I'm already level 3 for the compete timeline. We haven't done a race yet. That's my XP boost now for using any thematic vehicles, which this month, or at least this week, is British Alpha GP. I.e. any Red Bull F1 cars. Okay. Let's go back into this now. These are the rewards for this week. So for gold, they have a KTM Expo R Alpha Grand Prix edition, which Alpha GP is F1 cars, and the KTM Expo is not an F1 car. It's weird that they would give it that sort of edition, Alpha Grand Prix edition. Wait, does that mean you literally use that car for Alpha GP races? That's actually kind of cool. I mean, the KTM Expo is kind of a unique sort of car. It probably, I don't know, technically it's probably more similar to an F1 car than it is to a road car, but those things are technically street legal, I think. So, that's kind of interesting though. It's like a specific version of that you actually can use for Alpha GP, which it's like the only car that you can use in that category that's not an F1 car. Sort of similar though. Laurel tires for platinum. Those don't look too bad. Those are pretty cool. And then yeah, they kind of limit what you can look at as you go on. So like 3 weeks from now, I can't even see the reward track. These are the next 2 weeks. Got some cool stuff coming up. Roof CTR3. That could be a cool car to get for free if I get gold next week. I don't have any roofs in this game. That might be the only one too. To be honest, I wasn't even sure if that brand was in this game. Roof is a aftermarket, I believe a German company that usually just does Porsches. They heavily enhance Porsches and even change how they look and everything. Like this Porsche would have a way longer wheelbase probably than a normal 911. That's pretty cool. Anyways, focusing on this week, let's stay on track here. So free practice is a loaned Alpha GP vehicle, which means it's going to be an F1 car that they're making everybody use. Probably that RB14 Disruption Edition. That would make the most sense. No, it's the RB13. Why would they do this as the loaned vehicle? Because a lot more people are going to have this one than the other one. Weird. Okay, so this is a bone stock RB13. Can't customize it, can't upgrade it. And this pro racing modifier, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting. Okay. Beat 3 minutes 19. So yeah, with the no nitro and everything, this game almost feels like completely different. This is super weird. I gotta get used to the first person steering, which I almost never do. Like almost never. This is probably gonna be a lot tougher this week. Even just to beat the bots and stuff. Which this is a 1v1 race, right? I think so. So I have to beat this bot, otherwise I won't pass. I might even want to lower the difficulty, I don't know. So far so good, but, you know, we need to get caught up. This almost feels trippy. It's like when you're just focused on the screen, it almost feels like you're using VR or something, like you're actually, you know, actually driving. This would be cool with like a steering wheel. Or even if I'm playing this while like drunk or something, that would probably feel a lot more intense than it actually is. I don't know if I've ever played Motorfest while drunk before, but I used to do some drunk streams on Need for Speed Heat. Used to be pretty cool. Anyways, I'm guessing there's no pit stops or anything. I haven't seen one. It almost looked like we were going to come up on one earlier, but we didn't. Plus, since there's no UI at all for this race, there's no like indication that my tire wear is getting too strong. So I don't think there's a pit stop or anything. God. I'm driving pretty badly here. I mean, I'm doing okay, considering the circumstances, but I don't know if we're gonna get caught up. Because that bot is way ahead. That's like the only UI that I have. So I might want to retry this on a lower difficulty. Which that would be 1 out of 5, which usually is pretty easy, but this is still going to be a bit challenging, I think. Because of this modifier, which really affects what I'm doing. Let's see how much easier this is now. Mainly it's the first person racing, I can't really, where's the bot? What? Where's the bot this time? Was there actually no bot? Was it just comparing me to myself? If that's the case, I probably didn't need to put this on a lower difficulty. At the beginning there, it just said, like, race against the clock or whatever. Why was it showing me race against somebody else before? That had to have been, like, a ghost or something. Like when it's showing yourself previously in the race. I don't know, I fully thought we were racing against another bot there. Like I was fully convinced that was another car on the track at the same time. And he just got way ahead. How did that not happen? I'm so confused now. Anyways, I'm trying to get used to the first person, so let's just go ahead and destroy this. Maybe for the other events, I'll put the difficulty back up. Yeah, I was thinking we were racing against a bot there that got way ahead of me just way too early on. I guess I was wrong. Anyways, this modifier is it's pretty crazy. So like I said, this isn't something I would voluntarily do, but when it's a modifier that affects everyone in a summit, it's kind of cool actually. It's kind of a unique thing, you know, variety. It's not often you actually experience first person. Most people that play this game probably prefer third person. I think it's just a lot easier to steer, I feel like, but first person's cool too. It's more realistic, obviously. This is what it looks like when you're actually driving. And then yeah, no nitrous, no speedometer, no mini-map. A lot of the stuff that you take for granted in racing games, you don't have during this modifier. Pro racing. Racing like a pro tonight. Basically, it's more like simulation versus arcade, that sort of thing. Simulation versus arcade racing. So we'll see how long this race is. Oh, that's it. Okay, so it's just like a 3-lap, fairly quick F1 race. Oh yeah, totally destroyed the final time there. I did not need to lower the difficulty. Okay, 67k points. Not terrible. Not terrible for a loaned vehicle. Anyways, that's done. Some more F1 parts there. So before we even start the next thing, I want to go back to options to put my difficulty back to 2 out of 5, which is what I usually have it on. Sometimes I can handle things on 3 or even 4, but usually 2 is the best. Wait, was it already on 2? I don't know. I put it down to 1 for the race that we just did, because I totally thought that was a bot. And I thought I wasn't going to be able to catch up to him. Let's keep it on 2 for now. That should be fine.
Leave no playlist unfinished, driver.
Yeah, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Whenever you just like leave like the menu in this game and just like go back into game without actually selecting anything specific, the game will just start like just automatically giving you stuff to do. Like it'll just like randomly sign you up for like a playlist or something. That always happens. Okay, qualifying. So this looks like it's Alpha GP, and I'm guessing I get to use my own. Is it just any Alpha GP? Any Alpha GP, I suppose, which we have 4 of them. So I'll probably use the RB18 since it's my best one. But we've got this Creators Concept Sprewmeister SM71, Ivory Tower IVT AGP R07. And the Red Bull RB13 that I just used. Let me just look at what the other races require, just so we can see. So that was loaned. This is any Alpha GP. Next up is RB13. Any British Alpha GP. That one's going to be locked. And then any Red Bull RB18. So any Red Bull, any British. That one's specific. This one's open. Okay. So two of my F1 cars are British. Both of them are Red Bull. The RB13 we have to use again, and then so the two races, one that requires British, one that requires Red Bull, I'll probably use the RB18 for both of those. Since this is the only event that we're about to do that's fully open, I might use one of these too. This Creators is actually, they're considering this an American car, which Creators is a fake brand. It was made by Ivory Tower. This brand is literally just called Ivory Tower. Ivory Tower has 3 fake brands in the crew games, which are Ivory Tower themselves, which I think always show up as French. Ivory Tower is a French sub-brand of Ubisoft in real life. And then they have Creators, and I forgot what the other one's called. Creators and Proto. So both pretty generic names, you know, Proto meaning prototype, Creators. Same thing. So yeah, they have cars that are just like randomly from different countries and stuff, but they're always like fake. Like they don't exist in real life. So neither this F1 car or this one exist in real life. They both look pretty futuristic, but they both look pretty cool. I mean, I actually really like the look of this Ivory Tower F1 car. This looks like a really cool, like, and realistic, but also futuristic F1 car. Let me take a look at the customization on this quickly, because I noticed this has those tires that I just put on my other Red Bull now. They don't go as well with this. So yeah, the colors for this are all dual tone. I think silver was base, but then I did black. The black with the orange looks really, really cool. You can also do white, and there's still like a lot of black on the car. Red, blue, green, yellow. Or I guess it's full white. Yeah, because that's got some like yellow on it. Okay, so I'll probably keep the black. This is a really nice looking F1 car. This is actually a sexy F1 car, you know? It's just Ivory Tower made a pretty good one here. Okay, so that's the black and orange tone. Visual parts, it would just be rims, which that's fine. So for vanity, do I want to change the tires on this maybe? What do the normal ones look like? Just like that. Okay, pretty basic. This car doesn't have any like red on it though really, so I don't know if the other ones really go so well. I want to change this up a little bit if we have something that looks good. I don't know if I do. These would look cooler on this car. Again, these tires have like treads on them, which you don't usually ever see on F1 cars, but these are kind of cool too. They definitely match the color, even though they look like super futuristic. These really look like F1 tires too, but they have like this kind of like cartoonish tire design, which I like. It's just quite unrealistic. These are a lot more realistic F1 tires, but these kind of look cool too, a little bit. Tough call, I guess. I might go with these ones, just because they work with this car. You know, this is a futuristic car that doesn't even exist in real life, so I don't really need to go with more realistic tires. We can go with these cool, like cyberpunk ones, cyberpunk tires. Smokes. I don't know if I have any smokes that are just like orange, because this car's mostly orange. It's got like yellow too. It's orange, yellow, and black. We could go with the yellow treads, same as the Red Bull. Or like the gold smoke. The gold dust or whatever. Let's go with the treads, the tread marks. I feel like those are cool on F1 cars. Okay, we can also go with the explosive backfire nitro. I had the Forsberg on this, but this car doesn't have any blue on it. It doesn't match as well. Underglow, I don't know if we need to do underglow for this one. We could, like this could look cool, but it's also, it's a lot, you know? It does go with it pretty well though. The color is a perfect match. And it works for this car. It's futuristic. Weird that they have the dashboard figure and rooftop section here, because obviously you can't put either of those on F1 cars at all. I don't even know why they have the section. Okay, sure. Let's go with this underglow. This crazy one. Now this car looks pretty sick. This thing looks awesome, actually. Very futuristic, but cool looking F1 car. Now, do I have enough parts to max this out? I think we do. Almost, not quite. We're missing out on ECU a lot. Motor core is a little short. But this is 985 out of 990, so almost maxed. It's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Ivory Tower. Oh, starting off with speed boost already. Already going. Speed 415. So maybe all the races this week are going to be like time trials like this. Could be the case. Let's figure out which way we're turning here. Well, this is kind of like opposite of the way we went last time. Same track, I guess. And did they actually make a new track for this season or whatever? They might have. They might have made like a new pro racing track, a new F1 track. I don't know. Also, I kind of forgot that we're doing the first person only here. I don't get to see as much of my new customization on this car. Can't really see any of my vanity or anything. Oh yeah, I can see it a little bit. If you look straight down when you're looking backwards, you can see the tire marks, which is the smoke that I have. The yellow tire treads. That's cool. Can't see anything else though. No nitrous, obviously. Can't see my underglow either. Ooh. Kind of see the tires. The tires look pretty cool. I guess they don't look as crazy when they're spinning. They look more normal. But when those tires are not spinning, they look pretty strange. It's very futuristic wheels. So I don't know how many laps this has. We're already on lap 2, but it said 4 minutes is the time to beat. So maybe this is like a 5-lap race? I don't know. It seems quick that we did 1 lap. Getting used to the first person, the cockpit view as they call it. Pretty cool. Oh god, I hit that wall way too hard. I feel like whenever I talk about how well something is going in this game, something bad always happens. It's like, I'm getting kind of used to this first person steering and then I just crash. Okay, this is lap 3 now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this track is actually new. This whole like the last thing that you can kind of drive on. I'm pretty sure that's like brand new for this season or something. The whole Red Bull thing. This is probably like a Red Bull sponsored track in game. I know they have one for Forsberg, right? And they have one for Hoonigan now too. Well, Forsberg would have had one in the Crew 2. I don't know if they have one in this game. Crew 2 had a whole, like 2 seasons back-to-back that were themed off of Forsberg racing. And this game, same thing with Hoonigan, and now Red Bull. So all these pro racing, like brands, they have like specific things, you know, themed around them. In the crew games, specifically Motorfest now, it's got more variety, more stuff. Here's our finish line. So that was also like 3 laps, right? Maybe 4? I don't know. It's a little bit longer than the last race. Maybe that was 4 laps. I lost track at the end there. 90,000 points. I did way better on it. It's this Ivory Tower F1 car. It's awesome. It drives very well. It looks so cool too. That's the best looking F1 car I've ever seen. For sure. Okay, it's already getting quite late. We still got 2 feats and 3 races to do, but it's already almost 7. It's pretty light out, and I was mentioning this the other night. There was another stream I did recently where it was like past 6, and I was saying how warm the lighting looks on my camera because outside it's light out, so it just makes it look really like orange in my room. Because the light from outside is blue, so it contradicts the camera. The camera gets confused. Alright, next race is called Night Duel. This is specifically RB13 only. But you get to use your own, it's not a loaned one. Which, my RB13, I don't know if we have that much going on with it. This doesn't even look like it has any parts right now. If it does, not that many. It's nowhere close to 990. As for like customization, have I done anything with this car before? They actually let you change the color of this one, but the only official color is black. So yeah, anything else would seem a bit strange. No visual parts. And then vanity, just tires and stuff as well. So the main difference between the RB13 and the RB18 is that I'm not sure about the RB14 normally. The RB18 has a red tire lettering. This one has yellow. That's always something that I've noticed. The RB13 had more yellow on it. So yeah, for these tires, I don't know. Which ones do we want on the RB13? We could do the same as the RB18s, because those look fine as well. And they do look better than the normal one. Also, the actual like rim itself is the same as the base rim. It's just the tire and then the tire covering that's changing. Yeah, we can keep that. That's fine. Can go with the yellow smoke as well. Explosive backfire nitro. We can go with the same underglow as well. Just customize this the same as the RB18, but you know, it's an RB13, so it's a bit different. It's the older one. I don't know if I'll ever get an RB14. And the one that I would buy for that bundle, if I did get it this week, would be a special edition one. Disruptor edition or whatever. Okay, RB13 looks good. Customized the same as my RB18. We can get this to 990 as well, or at least close to it. Best parts. Yeah, not as many. There's a few parts we're missing here. Close enough though. 979. Yeah, better. Alright, let's do it. Just keep these races coming. RB13. So, we just used this car earlier for the loaned race. Now we're using my own one. And this race actually isn't a time trial like the last two. This is actually a 1v1 with a bot, because I can see the rankings, the leaderboard. See, Max just passed me. So we know for a fact that this race is with a bot, which means I need to beat him. I need to pass him to finish the event. He's already got a way head start. So this one I might actually want to go lower difficulty on. We'll see. See if I can catch up here. We're experiencing this track at nighttime, which I don't know if I've seen before. It looks pretty cool. God. I'm off to a terrible start. I'm already driving so bad. Okay, for this one I think we want to go lower difficulty because of the bot. It's a lot harder usually to do a 1v1 race with a bot than just do like a time trial against yourself. The bot usually makes it way harder. Let's try again. Now I'll be able to actually enjoy the night scenery of this track, hopefully. Okay. So that looks like an RB18. Are we literally racing an RB13 against an 18? I believe so. He's got the red tire lettering. Could be a 14. Like I've stated a few times, not an expert on the Red Bull cars. Basically all that I know about F1 cars or whatever I've got from this game. It's outside of Motorfest or Crew. I don't know that much about any other vehicles besides street cars, to be honest. Street cars is mostly just what I know about. When it comes to Motorfest, you get a big mix of anything, so I'll learn a lot more about other types of vehicles. Vehicles in general, but also specifically cars. Motorfest still has a big focus on cars, which they're catering to their audience. Most people that play Motorfest are car guys. But it's cool to have other stuff too. And when it comes to cars, you know, F1 cars are still cars, even though they're nothing like street legal cars. It's got 4 wheels and it drives on land. It's a car. Alright, keep going. It was almost a disaster, that turn there. So I think turning the difficulty down was a good idea, because I'm pretty head-to-head with this bot right now. He's just behind me. This track looks really good at nighttime, though. This looks so cool. It looks like we're in Vegas or something. Which I think Vegas has, like... I don't think I've ever seen, like, any, like, footage or anything of a Las Vegas F1 race. This is what I imagined it would look like, at least at nighttime. It's just got that Vegas vibe. I know that there is F1 racing in Vegas. Sort of a big thing there. Grand Prix or whatever. There's the finish line. So that was a sprint. That race didn't have laps. That was just 2 minutes. That was just a sprint race, probably around the whole track. The whole F1 track or whatever here. It's Red Bull Town or whatever. I don't know. 70,000 points. Not bad. Okay, so we have 2 more events that I can do, as well as the feats. Which, I don't know if I'm going to bother with the feats tonight, we'll see. We'll see how many points I get, because we're still not even in like the top 80k, so I might not really bother with the feats tonight. But we got 2 more events, and I also saw that I got another challenge complete. So we've already hit level 4. So 1 week into the 5-week month, I've already hit the last reward for the compete timeline. Which is that jacket, which is kind of cool. Aviator jacket, Apex Pilot. So compete timeline is done. Now all of my compete XP goes to the Legend Pass. So we've already unlocked this. Now what challenge did I do? I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so this counts as the Apex opening bundle challenge because the RB13 is a part of the bundle. Even though I didn't buy the bundle this week, because I have the RB13 and we just used it for a race, now it's counting this as a bundle challenge complete, which normally these last 3 challenges, they always need to be done in a car that's a part of the bundle. But yeah, I didn't even need to buy it this week. We already have one of the cars. Cool stuff. RB13 bundle challenge. Nice. Alright, let's go do those last 2 events. So both of the other events, I think we're going to use the RB18 for formation laps, any British Alpha GP, which they might have some other British Alpha GP brands. I don't know if like Jaguar has any F1 cars. Maybe like Aston Martin has one. Aston Martin definitely has an F1 car, but I don't know if they have any in this game. Most of the F1 cars in this game I feel like are just like Red Bull or like by like the fake brands, you know, like Creators or Proto or Ivory Tower. Anyways, this RB18 is actually my favorited ground vehicle because I always use this for like ground feats and stuff like that. But you can see these cars are customized the same now. You can see the differences between them even though they look as similar as possible. They're both Red Bull F1 cars. They got the same tires, same underglow. But you can see the RB18 looks quite a bit newer than the RB13. Which I also just realized, I totally thought that RB13 stood for 2013 and RB18 was 2018. Apparently the RB13 was 2017 and the RB18 is 2022. That's crazy. I swear to God that this car was from 2013 and this one was from 2018. I don't know why the model years are not aligned with the number. What do the numbers mean then? Has Red Bull actually done 18 F1 cars then? Probably more now. I don't know. And in this game it's only the 13, the 14, and the 18, so no idea. But we're gonna use my RB18. I use this thing all the time for feats and stuff. For non-F1 races. I'm always using this for like slalom or escape, anything sort of on-road. There we go, this is now maxed out. Exhaust was the only thing that wasn't 990. So in terms of just, you know, the perf level, this car is maxed out. 990, 1,125 horsepower. And I believe I checked all of my F1 cars stock, and this is the best one, performance-wise. So maxed out, it's probably also the best. Red Bull RB18 is my star F1 car. Best performing, even though the Ivory Tower one looks cooler. This is probably the fastest. Probably the best for these next two races we're about to do. Okay, this is a full race now. So now we have an 8-man race. I forgot to put the difficulty back up, but I guess we'll keep it lower here. This race has tire wear, which I wasn't thinking they were going to do that. That means that we're going to have multiple laps, and we're going to have a pit stop. Which, without the mini-map, it might be harder for me to remember where the pit stop is. See. The tire wear is probably going to be the main concern, I think, for this. Main concern. This would be a great, like, nitro spot. We had nitro. There's the pit stop. Okay, so we're already lapping. I haven't lost that much tire wear. Yeah, this is like where we started, right? I think so. I think. Don't know. Don't remember. Also, this track is different. We're no longer on that Red Bull track or whatever. This is a part of the main, like, Motorfest track that was in this game when it came out, I think. This is a base game track here. With this quiet tunnel. There's no colors or anything going on in here. Just a normal gray tunnel. Oh damn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with this track, but it's harder to tell when I'm driving in first person. I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure we've been here. It rings a bell. It's also pretty nice at sunset or sunrise, I don't know. Let's hit the pit stop here. There we go, we got it. First person pit stop. I was able to. I was looking at the road there because it says pit stop on the road. We have it painted on in yellow. That's usually how you know. It's usually the only way to know. Anyways, I can't tell if this is sunset or sunrise, but it looks awesome, and there's like a storm going on too. There's like lightning going on in the clouds in the background. Also, I don't know why I'm just kind of noticing this now, but like my windshield on this car is kind of bad. Why does the RB18 have that? It's got this like this thing in the middle. It makes it a little bit harder to see. My vision is actually heavily obstructed here by this weird thing in the middle. The RB13 didn't have that, did it? I don't think it had that. So why would a newer Red Bull car have worse visibility? I don't know. It's a bit strange. Oh, that's it. Okay, I didn't even realize that was only 3 laps. Probably didn't even need to do the pit stop there. Because that was a quick one. Got a lot of points again. 92. That's actually our highest score, I think, of the night. Alright. We have 1 event left. I'm not going to bother with the feats, so we're just going to do the last race here that I can do. We have to skip sprint shootout because I'm not going to buy the RB14, but we have the Hanama Grand Prix, which just needs to be in any Red Bull Alpha GP. So I'll use the Red Bull RB18 again, and this will be our finale for tonight. Let's go and rack up some more points, more money, more XP, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Is this another actual race? I do prefer when we have bots to race against. Yeah, like multiple bots. You know, 8 people. I think 8 cars per race is kind of the standard for street racing and pro racing and everything. 8 cars is just the standard. 8 dudes, 8 cars, 1 road. That's what it's all about. The tire wear seems to be going down quicker on this race. I don't know why it seems to be worse. I'm using the same car. We'll see when the pit stop is coming up, because I don't know. Ooh, kind of drifting a bit here. I think it's because the way I'm steering is different in first person like this, so it's almost making me drift sometimes, which normally when I drive F1 cars in this game, I like never drift with them. My steering is always super precise. But in first person, I guess it's just different, you know? Feels different, looks different, so I actually end up drifting sometimes. Also, the tire wear does affect that. These are longer laps. I think we're going to need to hit the pit stop as soon as it comes up. I'm already in the yellow zone. Right, here's our pit stop. I'm just going to get it now. It's probably 3 laps again. I don't think we're having any of the 10-minute races tonight. Sometimes there are Alpha GP races in this game that are like 5 to 9 laps. I think 9 is usually the highest. Sometimes like 7. 5, 7, or 9 laps. Usually always odd numbers. And yeah, those races get really long, like up to 10 minutes. Oh, I'm turning way too early. I did not look at that properly. For some reason that turn looked like it was coming up sooner than it was. I went straight into the railing. So I think we're on the same track that we were on for the last race. This is still no longer a part of the like Red Bull, the new Red Bull track or whatever. This is the older Motorfest Raceway or whatever they've called it. Which the whole Motorfest Raceway is actually like really big. It's usually just this kind of area that's closed off for the F1 races. But I'm pretty sure the whole track itself is actually a lot bigger. I'm gonna hit the pit again because the tire wear is going down quicker this time for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just make sure we have the pit. Make sure that grip is restored. Should just have one more lap. Anyways, I was gonna say the scenery is different even though we're doing the same track as last time. Because before it was kind of like sunset or whatever and it was like during a storm. Now it's more like a relaxing midday rain. It looks very realistic. I find racing games always have the most realistic graphics over any other type of game anyways. But specifically when it looks like this, when it's kind of cloudy and a little bit rainy in a racing game, it looks so real. This game just looks so realistic. The graphics are amazing. Incredible. I almost want to get back into this game off camera, which I might actually for playlists and stuff. The summit contests, I'll probably always keep doing those, you know, every week for streams, but there's a lot of playlists now that I haven't done in this game. I might get back into this game off camera and start going through playlists. Because I kind of miss it. I kind of miss playing racing games a lot more like I used to. I used to play The Crew 2 and Need for Speed Heat a lot. And when Motorfest was brand new, I used to play it a lot off camera. First like 2 weeks or whatever after it came out, I was playing it like every day. Okay, I'm gonna skip the pit stop this time, but that's not our last lap. So we have at least one more, probably two more. Like I said, they don't usually do 4 laps for an Alpha GP. It's always 3 or 5 usually. Odd numbers. Yeah, my steering is worse now. My steering sucks actually. I should have went to the pit.
Tires are getting worn out.
Yeah, tires are worn out. We'll see. If it doesn't say finish line next time we're coming up, then I'll hit the pit again. Otherwise, we'll go straight for the finish line. But this thing is steering way worse now. It's much harder to control. It's drifting like crazy. My tire wear is in the orange zone. It's gonna be red soon. I don't even know what happens if your tire wear goes all the way down. I think I've tested it before, and it's like your tires don't die, but it just gets like really bad. It's just really hard to steer. But I don't think you can actually fully burn the tires down. I don't think they let you commit car suicide in this game, because that's what that would be. If you burn all 4 of your tires, your car just won't even move, bro. If you're somehow able to just drive on a rim, you'd end up like grinding your rims down anyways and still making your car not drivable. Okay, does that say finish or does that say checkpoint? It matters. It's not saying finish. I think we have one more lap. Yeah, we need to go to the pit stop right now. I should not have skipped it last time. That probably ended up slowing me down more than it ended up helping. Okay, now we're fresh for this last lap. This race is the longest one of tonight. This is the lengthy one. It's a long race. It could even be more than 5 laps, I don't know. If it looks like we're still going after this, I'm going to keep hitting the pit each lap because I don't want that to happen again. If going to take the pit stop only takes like 3 seconds, you probably end up slowing yourself down by like 10 seconds per lap when your tires are that worn, so it's worth it to go through the pit. Pit stop necessary. Also, the rain cleared. It's all like clear now. Clear and sunny. my god, I hit that wall way too hard. Kind of nailed it. Okay, pit stop again. Is that the end? Oh my god, I think we're still going. Oh no, that was the finish line. Okay, it didn't say finish. Anyways, that was 5 laps. 5 laps, 8-minute race. It didn't say finish line there, otherwise I just would have went straight. I'm not sure if I've ever went through the pit stop before it has the finish line, but glad to know it works the same way. It doesn't screw you over. It doesn't make you have a pit stop animation before the finish line or something. That's fine. 8-minute race. How many points did I get there? I didn't even see. 80,000. Okay. Not bad. We got all pretty high scores tonight. I think all of them were like 70k to 90k, so lots of points tonight, lots of money. 3.3 million now. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to bother with the feats tonight, because we're not even in the top 70k for the bronze ranking, because there's 2 races here we're not going to be able to do anyways, and you know, I'm just not going to bother with those. But we got the 5 events done, so that was cool. And I have been live for over an hour. I think I started just after 5:30, and now it's like 7, so this is the latest I've streamed in a long time. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Next week, so next Monday night, should be doing Drift Harmony, which we'll see what that's like. I'm assuming a fully drift themed week. So that'll be really interesting if it's the same like pro racing modifier that we had for Apex opening. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream this week for Motorfest Monday, and I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.